Anyway, let's move along. Speaking of Love Island stars. Well, she was a star that got into scandal, and then he was on a show. I don't know what show. Well, Too Hot to Handle, I think. Well, either way, these Netflix star rejects have found love with one another. By the way, Lewis has always been cute. I had to go unsend all the DMs I sent to him over the years because he never responded. But he was like one of those rejects that never really made it until he got with the one who lost. And these two losers now have become winners because they are winning online with lots of social media. I did a deep dive on their social media, though. He posts her a lot, and she never posts him. So I think he's getting out of this what he always got and never got. I think he's getting out of this what he always wanted but never got, and it's the fame that his friend Miguel has. Miguel's a friend of mine, just full disclosure. And she is getting a lot, beauty brand and all that. We'll get to that in a minute. But, one man's... No, sorry. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I was going to say one man's trash, but it would have been wrong. It's a different thing. Anyway, these two losers have found love. And not an island, and it's working for them because their numbers are good. He's now at 1 million followers. He was struggling around $250, but now they're together, and she's at I think 6 million. A lot of people love and hate her on that. And this beautiful woman, Alondra, who I don't know. By the way, skin is skinning over there.
Stunning.
Oh, great. Well, Love Island USA season 7 star reject Huda Mustafa and her boyfriend, Too Hot to Handle, cute ass, Lewis Russell, have apologized after being caught laughing at a racial slur aimed at fellow Love Island star Alondra Carthen. Well, the couple were on a live when an apparent prank caller rang Lewis's phone. Take a look.
Hello?
Baby, you might want to turn the light. Hello?
Whoa, hey.
Yo, I turned that shit off.
Hey.
Yo, what the fuck? What did they say? They said a bad word.
It's 2025. Why are we still doing this? Now, I think he's British or from Europe or something. Y'all know what slavery and racism looks like all over the world, so there's no excusing that. Well, immediately after the call, Mustafa took to her Instagram story and wrote this. Y'all, first of all, clickbait using a sensitive topic is actually insane. Me and Lewis did not hear what was said by that caller, only the racial slur, which we hung up immediately. I don't condone anything of the sort. Whoever called, purposely, continuously called while we were on live, really don't condone racism, which is really, I can't see, let's see, which is why it was immediately hung up on once. Anyway, I'm not going to read all that. Y'all can read it. The laughter, she's saying, was because it was awkward. Like, who the heck said something offensive like that on a call on his live? I think it was an opportunity to catch it right away. You have 6 million followers. He has 1 million followers. Obviously, you have a major platform and that people are watching and that things could be misconstrued. We've all made mistakes. I haven't made a mistake like this stupid, because all of us that denounce racism, especially when you're sitting next to a black man, wouldn't be something that you would laugh about. In fact, it was something you could have turned the music off. You could have sat it right up. You could have said something right there. And then I get criticized when I say they like our penises and not our policies. This is an example, right?
Absolutely. Like, there's no moment in that circumstance where you should have found anything humorous, or I get it. Sometimes people laugh when they're uncomfortable, but that's one of the moments. And she's already been through drama centered around this. So, like, why would you not address that immediately?
Because you know that you just went through the scandal where they wanted to cancel you, and she had to leave the show as a result of racial comments. And
Exactly.
So you would have been hypersensitive once it happened to say, we're not doing that. But you didn't. Lewis didn't do it either, and he gave his initial response, reminding haters that he's black and Huda who is his girl. Look.
It's just an opportunity for the haters of my girl to fucking run with hate. Like, yo, the fact people are calling her racist and then calling me racist. Sorry. Cough, cough. I don't know if you can fucking see. I'm black. Yeah? You know, not the darkest, but I've definitely...
You're black, but you're also stupid. And you know what? For those of you out there that think that I think everything light skin with pink lips and tattoos is cute, he's cute, but that also makes him look really ugly because the ignorance is just, I mean, I'm light skinned black, but the color of our skin, whether you have an ounce or 10 ounces or the whole thing is filled to the top with blackness, doesn't negate the fact that we have to stop racism and prejudice right in its tracks. Regardless of it's our girl or not, just because she's your girl don't mean she's not a racist. And I don't think you dated her because you fell in love with her. You dated her because you have been a clout chaser for a long time. If you look at the history with you and Miguel falling out, isn't because Miguel changed. Miguel and I can still talk. And I still have access to him. And he hasn't changed even though he has a couple million followers because he didn't get into the business to be famous. He used it to be able to make money. And now he's doing a great job. He has the career that you wanted. And he has the career that you weren't good enough to the public to get. And you became his friend and turned on him in order for you to get a little clout. And so your response, although we love the accent, was kind of stupid. No?
Yeah, because you can be black and peddling anti-black sentiments and anti-black ideals. So you can exist in a space as a black person and allow racism and anti-blackness to like fester around you.
Now, the beautiful Queen Alondra, who probably didn't have as much fame until you all made her real famous with this, because now she has more support than ever, addressed the incident, condemned racism, and urged Huda, Lewis, and others to research and donate to the United Negro College Fund, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Wait, hold on. Let me go ahead. Wait. Yeah. Go on and throw some education in there. Let me give you a round of applause. Matter of fact, Alondra, let me give you a flower. Because you took them thorns and crafted them into a crown. I put that in my book, by the way. It's a nice little quote. This is what Alondra had to say. Take a look. I ain't reading all that. Basically, I just summed up with just gone. Anyway, Huda responded, take a look. I ain't reading all that. You took all day to reflect while you let that black man lay on top of you and pump some knowledge into your empty brain. Sorry. Lewis then shared his apology to all the offended. Look, ain't reading all that. Basically, let me sum it up. My publicist told me to do this because I'm getting killed.
Allegedly.
Despite their apologies, the damage was done, baby. And Huda lost her brand deal partnership with Huda Beauty. Look. I ain't reading all that. Basically, we done. I mean, look, I to whom much is given, much is required. And when you are a brand, no matter how stupid you are, you have a responsibility. And all your partners, they are also responsible. It's one thing if somebody would have just made a senseless allegation about you that's not true, but you actually did it for us to see, defended it, doubled down on how black you are. And then your black ass got canceled by her black ass. And I love it. And don't say it's colorism because you light skinned and she dark skinned, because my light skinned ass is aligned with the dark skinned queen over there. So, bye. Anyway,